everyone, my name is Lola Clova. If you've watched my videos before, welcome back. If this is your first time, then welcome to my channel. I teach all things beauty, permanent makeup, and business related. As some of you may know, my specialty is eyebrows, and I love teaching. And because I love teaching so much, I have made the most perfect online courses for beginners, for advanced technicians, for literally any artist of any level. So I'm sure you've heard of microblading and ombre brows. Those two things are my specialties, and I have learned over the years my own techniques, my own secrets, and my own tips, and I love to teach them on to my students. I hold nothing back. We only have 5-star reviews for all of our courses. Our online courses are not just meant to steal your money, and if you don't believe me, you can ask any single one of my students. I truly just want people to succeed. You can opt to have them with a kit where I will send you everything that you need to start doing this procedure. If you already have your own materials, no problem. Then you can opt for the option without a kit. There's going to be over 72 lessons with both a visual and a video content. So whichever type of learner you are, whether you like to read and learn or whether you like to watch and learn, there's going to be an option for both types of learners. I'm going to teach you everything from skin to color to pigments to shaping, literally everything you can imagine under the sun, so that you can start your own business today on your own from home. So if you're interested, please click on the link in my bio. I'll also put it right here, right now. With that being said, let's continue on to our video. As you can see in the title, will be all about becoming a permanent makeup technician in 2021. Updated, honest, and modern way of looking at getting into permanent makeup in today's day and age. If you're looking to get into permanent makeup, nails, hair, beauty, makeup itself, you probably have certain questions in your head, such as, is it too late? Am I still going to be able to get in? How do I even get clients? Who will even come to me anymore? Will I even make money? Is the market too saturated? All of these are valid questions, and I 100% agree with anyone that may be hesitant as to entering an industry where they see it to be already saturated and they're scared to go in because they don't know if they're going to be successful. But today I'm here to debunk those questions for you and kind of break down my opinion on whether or not you should go in, or the best way to go in or not to go in would be. So let's start with an example. I want to talk about the hair industry for a second. As you guys know, the hair industry has been around since probably the beginning of time, because mankind had always had hair that needed to be tamed. Because of that, hairdressing has probably been around the longest, more than any of us, I'm guessing. With that being said, hairdressers are abundant. They're everywhere. Every corner you turn, you'll see a hair salon or some sort of place that accommodates hair services. So with that example in mind, if every hairdresser that is operating and working today had that same thought, they probably wouldn't be in the industry. We probably wouldn't have as many talented hairdressers that we have today. We probably wouldn't have all the advancements that we have for hair today. All the research and new products and new techniques that come out every day is because there are always new and fresh faces, fresh talent coming into the industry. That's something that's super saturated. I would say way more saturated than permanent makeup, but that doesn't stop hairdressers or aspiring hairdressers to join the industry, to learn to become a hairdresser or even a hairstylist or whatever the case may be. Right now, in comparison to the hair industry, permanent makeup is a little baby. And even though it's been around for quite some time now, it hasn't been around long enough to be super regulated, to be super condensed and saturated. That's why we still have more and more methods coming out and new techniques coming out every day, because of people like you joining. So if everyone stopped joining the permanent makeup industry today, where would that leave us? That would leave us with the current knowledge we have today and the current art and level of skill that we have today. It wouldn't really have the opportunity to get elevated. So that's the first thing that I personally think. The more people join an industry, the more ideas come to life, the more knowledge comes into one industry, then the better it gets and the higher the quality of work will be. And that's with anything. Over time, it gets better and better and better because new people come in, new ideas, new knowledge, and new ambition comes in. So don't let that be a thought in your head as to, oh, is it too saturated? If the permanent makeup industry is too saturated, then what does that make for the hair industry or the clothing industry or the shoe industry? They're all super duper saturated. People still join. And if you know that deep down yourself that you were born and meant to do something special with your life, which I think everyone is, and everyone should believe that, then there's no reason why you can't enter any industry of your choice. Being included, beauty industries such as permanent makeup, nails, hair, makeup, whatever you like. So first and foremost, don't let that stop you. As of right now, the way that I watch the industry going, the beauty industry in general, but especially in reference to permanent makeup, it's in a new era right now where there's a lot of fresh talent, fresh voices, and they all each bring their own twist to the game and their own twist to their knowledge or their application or the products. All sorts of innovation in the field of permanent makeup is happening right now. If this is how good it is right now and it has just started to become saturated in the last few years, then imagine how it's going to be in the next few years or in the future, our kids' generation, our kids' generation. We can't let a market being saturated stop us from entering and bringing our own twist and our own innovation to it. I also want you to keep another thing in mind is after a while, each person that has entered the industry will eventually kind of retire onto different things. So just like with any other industry, nobody ever stays in one position their whole life, especially as they become more and more good at it. So if you become scared to enter because you think there's so many other artists already in my area, already in the States, or already in my country or in the world, that's okay. Not everyone will stay in the industry or become necessarily your competition. On a side note, competition is good, it's healthy. However, if you're scared of that, think about it this way. Nobody enters the industry to stay in one position their whole life and never change or never level up. So as many as there are new artists entering the industry, there's also older artists or more experienced artists kind of stepping back onto different things. So kind of like what I'm doing here today, I have years of experience and I could easily be taking on clients every single day, but I would rather spread my information onto other artists, inspire them to come in, bring their own new fresh imagination, new fresh skill into the world, as opposed to me continuing. I have all the skill and knowledge that I just want to pass on to other people now. And other artists do it differently. Other artists will step back into products and step back into having employees or building like a group or doing courses like myself. Just as many as there are people entering, there's also some people taking a step back and kind of delegating certain things. So there's always going to be a spot for you. Another thing to keep in mind is no matter how saturated you think your industry is or your area is, every single area has more than enough clients to go around. So I know this is a very real threat to some artists where they think, oh my god, there are so many people entering brows or lashes or nails in my area, how am I going to keep up, blah blah blah. Every single area and region has more than enough clients to go around for every single artist and then some, because people for most beauty services don't get the service done once. They get it done multiple times throughout their life. If it's lashes, it's on a bi-weekly type of schedule. If it's eyebrows, it's on yearly or every 2 years or twice a year, whatever the case may be. Or if it's nails, it's on a bi-weekly schedule. If it's hair, there's multiple times throughout the year that you go to get your hair done. So these industries are never necessarily like you get them once and done. That's it, you never see them again. That's not the case. And I'm sure you could relate when I say that when you had a service done, you didn't ever just go to one person your whole life and you did it one time. You usually end up going to different people. You find whatever you like, whichever artist or whichever professional suits you best and your needs best, and you stick with them. And eventually you might try somebody else. Don't be scared that there's not enough clients to go around. I promise you there's way more than enough. And even if there's too many artists in one area, those clients are still gonna loop around. They're not gonna stick with one person. That goes for every artist and that goes for every industry. What I'm basically trying to say is you're not gonna be clientless. And I know that that's a real worry in people's head, but I really just wanna quickly debunk that for you. That is not gonna happen. That's almost impossible. Lastly, I also just want to touch upon one more thing, that it's the perfect time to get in. Because if you start today, if you start next week, if you start next month, you say, you know what, I'm gonna get in now and I'm gonna build my knowledge for the next year to 2 years, build my skill, I'm gonna gain clientele, I'm gonna build my portfolio, and I'm gonna have foundation for more and more people to come to me, for more services to be added, for more clients to come see me. Or you could be on the flip side where you say, you know what, it's too late for me, I'm too old, I already have too many things going on in my life, I have kids, I have school, I have this, I have that. And you could say, it's gonna take me at least 1 to 2 years for me to make any money or have clients or anything like that. You can look at both sides of the story. Well, either way that you go, those 2 years are still gonna pass. You're still gonna be somewhere 2 years from now, and you could be somewhere where you've put in the work starting today and you start to build yourself something really special and something for you that you enjoy doing and you make a crap ton of money on, and in 2 years you'll be so much higher than where you are today. Or you could choose the flip side and you go, it's too late for me now. In 2 years, you're not gonna be in a better state. In 2 years, you could have chosen the route where you took a chance on yourself and you started now, Or you could be like, you know what, it's too late for me. 2 years from now, you're gonna take 10 steps back because the industry is gonna be completely different by then. And you would have already missed out on 2 years or 1 year worth of experience and knowledge. So it's really up to you what you wanna do. Nobody can force you to go into anything. And if you choose to do this, you could only do it for yourself, and you can only invest in yourself by yourself. So if you choose to do it, or if you don't, either way, those 2 years will pass. So you could be somewhere really special 2 years from now, or you could be in the same position, if not worse, 2 years from now. Either way, that time will pass. All it takes is for you to believe in yourself and just take a chance.